Welcome back to another video on complex analysis. Previously, we have done Cauchy residue theorem. Here we'll see how to evaluate real definite integrals using Cauchy residue theorem. Particularly, we'll look at the integrals of the form 0 to 2 pi f of cos theta sin theta d theta. So here theta is the variate that varies from 0 to 2 pi. That immediately leads us to think of polar coordinates. So where theta represents an angle relative to the positive real axis. Now if we vary theta from 0 to 2 pi with a constant radius, then it represents a circle. Now the integrand is function of cos theta and sin theta, and theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So equivalently we can think this integral to be integral over a unit circle, say C, where z equal to e power I theta, where theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So using this relation, we can convert this integral to complex integral along a closed curve C, which is a unit circle. So here we can see dz can be written as I e power I theta d theta. So dz equal to Iz d theta. So we are getting dz by Iz is equal to d theta. So we can replace d theta in terms of z using this relation. Now from Euler's formula, we can write e power I theta as cos theta plus I sin theta. So which is equal to z. So let it be 1, equation 1, and 1 by z can be written as e power minus of I theta, that is equal to cos theta minus of I sin theta. Let it be equation 2. So if we add these two equations 1 and 2, we'll get 2 cos theta, that is equal to z plus 1 by z. That leaves us cos theta equal to z square plus 1 by 2z. And if we subtract 1 and 2, we'll get 2I sin theta, that is equal to z minus of 1 by z. And we are getting sin theta as z square minus of 1 by 2iz. So now we can replace sin theta and cos theta as, so f of z square plus 1 by 2z and z square minus of 1 by 2iz, and d theta is given by dz by iz. So we are getting f of z dz, a complex integral along a curve C, where C is the unit circle, z minus 0 is equal to 1. And we can use Cauchy integral theorem or Cauchy residue theorem to evaluate these kinds of complex integrals. So let us take an example. Evaluate 0 to 2 pi d theta by 1 plus a square minus of 2a cos theta, where a modulus of a is strictly less than 1. So let us first replace theta. So here we'll integrate along a unit circle, say C. So for this we have z equal to e power I theta. Theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So with this we are getting dz equal to dz by Iz equal to d theta, and cos theta is equal to z square plus 1 by 2z. So let us replace this. So it is c d theta is dz by iz. So 1 plus a square minus of 2a z square plus 1 by 2z. So from here we are getting integral over c minus of I dz by, if we simplify, we'll get z plus az minus of az square minus of a. So which is equal to integral over c I dz by az square minus of az a square z minus of z plus a. So this is our complex integral. Now we'll evaluate this using Cauchy residue theorem. So just to recall Cauchy residue theorem, so if we have a closed Jordan curve, say gamma, and the function fz is analytic within and on gamma except for finite number of isolated singularities, say zk 1 to n, in I gamma, that is inside gamma over here, not on gamma, then integral over gamma at z dz is equal to 2 pi I times sum of all residues for k equal to 1 to n, that is residue f at the point zk. So here first we need to get the singularities of the function fz. So here fz equal to I by az square minus of a square z minus of z plus a. So first to determine singularities of the function fz, equal to I by az square minus of a square z minus of z plus a. We'll equate this denominator to 0, which can be written as az. So it is z minus of a minus of z minus of a equal to 0. So we are getting az minus of 1 to z minus of a. So the singularities are z equal to a and z equal to 1 by a. Now, so this is the unit circle along which we are integrating. Now, mod a is strictly less than 1, that is given to us. So here z equal to a is belonging to interior of the curve C, which is somewhere over here because this is 1 0. Now regarding the point 1 by a, so 1 by a is strictly greater than 1. So 1 by a does not belong to interior of the curve C. So here we have only one singularity, z equal to a. Z equal to a is the only singularity of the function fz in interior of C, that is IC. So if we apply Cauchy residue theorem, by Cauchy residue theorem, the integral along C I dz by z minus of a into az minus of 1 is equal to 2 pi I times residue of f at the point A. So we need to determine the residue of f at the point A. Now the function fz can be written as 1 by az minus of 1 by z minus of a. So it is phi z by z minus of a, where our phi z is 1 by az minus of 1 is analytic within analytic in the neighborhood of A, and secondly phi of A is equal to 1 by A square minus of 1, which is not equal to 0 because mod A is strictly less than 1. So from here we can conclude that Z equal to A is a pole of order 1, that is simple pole. So at simple pole we can get the residue as limit Z tends to A, Z minus of A into Fz, that is 1 by Az minus of 1 into Z minus of A. So we are getting this as 1 by, sorry, here we have one I, so it is I. So I by A square minus of 1. So the value of the integral is equal to 2 pi I times the residue, that is I by A square minus of 1, that is equal to minus of 2 pi by A square minus of 1, which is equal to 2 pi by A square 1 minus S square. So this is the answer. Next, let us evaluate 0 to 2 pi d theta by 5 plus 4 cos theta. So theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, which is equivalent to integrate along a unit circle, say C. Z equal to e power I theta. So as we have seen, d theta can be written as minus of I dz by z, and cos theta is equal to z square plus 1 by 2z. So if we replace all those things, so we'll get integral over C minus of I dz by z by 5 plus 4 into z square plus 1 by 2z. So from here we are getting minus of I dz by z into 5z plus 2z square plus 2 by z. So this becomes integral over C minus of I dz by 2z square plus 5z plus 2. Now this can be written as 2z square plus 5z plus 2 can be factorized as 2z square plus 4z plus z plus 2, which is equal to 2z, z plus 2 and z plus 2, and this is we are getting as z plus 2 into 2z plus 1. So it is minus of I dz by z plus 2 into 2z plus 1. So this is the function fz we are integrating along the unit circle C, which is I by z plus 2 into 2z plus 1. Now for the singularities of the function fz, we'll equate the denominator to 0. That is z plus 2, 2z plus 1 is equal to 0. From here we are getting z equal to minus of 2 and minus of half. So these are the singularities of the function fz. Now we are integrating along the unit circle C. So here we have the point 1, 0, minus of 1, 0. Here we have 1, 0. The point minus of half is situated over here. And minus of 2 is over here. So here we can see the only singularity of the function fz inside the curve C. So only z equal to minus of half is belonging to the interior of the curve C, and z equal to minus 2 does not belong to IC. Now, according to Cauchy residue theorem, we have seen the integral over C fz dz equal to 2 pi I times sum of all residues at the points zk who are inside the curve C. So here we have only one singularity, that is z equal to minus half, which is within the circle C inside the curve C. So it is 2 pi I times residue of f at the point minus half. Now we just need to find the residue of f at minus half. Now fz can be written as minus of I by 2 times z plus 2 by z plus half. So here we can see our phi z is this, and z minus of minus half. So phi z is equal to minus of I by 2 times z plus 2, which is analytic in the neighborhood of minus of half, and phi of minus half is equal to I by 2 times minus of half plus 2, that is equal to minus of I by 2 times 3 by 2. So it is minus of I by 3, which is not equal to 0. So z equal to minus half is a simple pole. So the residue of f at minus half is given by limit z tends to minus half, z plus half into the function fz, that is minus of I by 2 times z plus half into z plus 2, which is equal to minus of I by minus of half plus 2 into 2. So here we are getting minus of I by 3. So the value of the integral along C is equal to 2 pi I times residue of f at minus half, that is minus of I by 3. So from here we are getting 2 pi by 3. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe my channel.